How are ye, lads? Can I be a bit honest today? This week has been really hard. I'm supporting a close family member through an illness, alongside the rest of my family. On top of that, I had a hospital scan this week that left me feeling really frustrated and annoyed. Not because of the scan itself, but because once again, being a cripple made something that should have been really straightforward feel so much more difficult. Sometimes it's not the big things that get you. It's the fact that you can't even go and do something that's routine for the average woman without it becoming a whole ordeal. I think that, on top of everything else, just tipped me over the edge emotionally. A few friends suggested that maybe I should take a bit of a step back. And I know it came from a really kind place. But I think sometimes when you're living something yourself, it's not always as straightforward as it might seem from the outside. Sometimes there are other people to think about. Sometimes there are practical reasons. And sometimes you just know you'd regret not being there. So this week I felt a bit stuck. The hardest part hasn't even been knowing what to do. It's been not knowing how long this part lasts. My brain has been constantly asking, how much longer? How much worse? How do I keep doing this if it goes on for months? Then something else happened this week. I realised I was starting to feel really lonely. I missed my friends. I missed my little goddaughter. And because life gets busy and people have work, families, and a million other things going on, my brain started doing what brains do when you're exhausted. It filled in the blanks. They're probably not even thinking about you. It's funny how quickly your mind can convince you of something when you're already feeling low. So I sent one of my friends the most random, cheeky photo. Nothing serious, just one of those daft messages you send someone. A few minutes later, my phone buzzed. It was a photo of my little goddaughter, absolutely beaming on holidays. She'd picked out a little present for me, probably with a bit of help from her dad. The point was, while I'd been sitting there convincing myself I'd been forgotten, my friend and his little girl had been on holidays thinking about me. And honestly, that hit me. Then yesterday, I got a completely random text from another friend. Not long after that, I got invited to give a talk to other disabled people about being in employment. And honestly, my bestie immediately became my biggest hype woman. Before I knew it, the story my brain had been telling me all week had completely fallen apart. Because nothing else had changed. I was still supporting my close family member through their illness alongside the rest of my family. Life was still heavy. I still missed my dog, who would have solved all of this with one cuddle. But I was reminded of something I think I needed to hear. Loneliness tells lies. The feelings are real. The loneliness is real. But the stories our brains create because we're lonely aren't always true. So if you're listening to this and you've been convincing yourself that nobody is thinking about you, maybe don't believe your brain straight away. And if someone pops into your head today, send the text, send the photo, send the stupid meme. Because you genuinely have no idea how much that tiny little message could mean to someone who's having a really heavy week. Anyway, that's enough of me getting all deep. I'm counting down the hours until I can finish work, enjoy a bit of sunshine, and hopefully give my brain a well-earned day off. Mind yourselves, lads.